University for Women, and today I'll be speaking to you about antibiotics and telling you about some things that you need to know. My objectives for you today are to, by the end of this lecture, you will be able to gain knowledge about antibiotics, learn about antibiotic resistance, know the proper use of antibiotics, gain insight into how to avoid infections, and learn how to avoid antibiotic resistance. First, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about antibiotics. Do you know what antibiotics are?
Yeah, they cure illnesses and things like that. You know, infections,
What about
minor
you?
and major.
What about you, ma'am?
No, I don't know. Why don't you tell me that?
Okay. Antibiotics, they are an antimicrobial drug. They are used to treat and prevent bacterial infections. They can kill or inhibit the growth of bacteria. They were discovered in the 1920s. And like I just said, they're used to treat antibacterial infections. You know, something like strep throat. Okay. Anti means against, and biotic means living thing. So, okay, these are some classifications of antibiotics. How many of you all
I was going to ask you. You said it was discovered in 1920. So what did they use? What kind of remedy? Did they use like homemade home remedies?
before then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay. These are some classifications of antibiotics. How many of you all go to the doctor and get lots of antibiotics? None of you. What is the main antibiotic that everybody knows?
Penicillin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in that penicillin family, I mean, they have derived many different antibiotics. Next slide. Okay, you see this little message? It says almost half of all antibiotic use is unnecessary. So that means when you go to the doctor and he's like, oh, you tell him, I got a cough, I got a little cold. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna write you a prescription for some antibiotics. You really don't need them.
Wow.
Because antibiotics cannot, a cold is viral. And antibiotics are used to treat bacteria. Okay. What is antibiotic resistance? Well, it's easy. I mean, you can put that together. You know what resistance means. So,
It won't work.
Body resistance,
Mhm.
resist the
like you
antibiotics.
can take so many of them until they just stop working.
So when that happened, what do they do?
What do they do?
Yeah,
Well, you know, most of the time your body is resistant to one
So
antibiotic.
okay.
So maybe it's something stronger that they may have to give you. Okay. This okay. Antibiotic resistance occurs when antibiotics loses its ability to effectively control or kill bacteria growth. Bacteria when the resistance happens, the bacteria continues to multiply, even when there's a therapeutic level of antibiotics. That means even when your body is getting the amount that it needs, if the resistance is built up, you won't be able to cure your infection. So that sounds dangerous, doesn't it?
Yeah, very dangerous.
And this is like a mechanism of what happens. You'll have a bacteria. They'll give you an antibiotic. The antibiotic will kill the bacteria. But then a mutant gene is created. And so the antibiotic cannot kill that mutant gene because it's not that same bacteria. It has changed. So that's what happens. It continues to produce even when you have antibiotics
taking too much.
Or taking it when you don't need it. Overuse occurs when antibiotics are used when they are not needed. That's what I was telling you about the cold or the flu. Both are viral, therefore you won't be able to cure an infection with antibiotics. And the misuse of antibiotics occurs when the course of antibiotics is not finished. You know how we do. We save them, put them in the medicine cabinet, because we start feeling better after we start taking them. And we save them, and then your friend comes over, you're like, girl, I got some antibiotics in my medicine cabinet. Okay. Or when you use someone else's antibiotics. Okay. And that's just a breakdown of the causes of antibiotic resistance. You see overprescribing antibiotics. That's when you go to the doctor, and every time he's like, okay, I'm gonna give you some antibiotics for that scratch on your leg. I'm gonna give you some antibiotics for that cough. Oh, my back hurts. He's writing antibiotics. Then, like I just said, the patient's not finishing their treatment. Like they'll give it to you for 5 or 7 days, and after the second day you're feeling better, and you just say, hey, I'm not taking these anymore. Then you know as well that they use antibiotics in some of the food. So that also gives our bodies access to unnecessary antibiotics. Poor infection control in hospitals and clinics. You know, you have people not washing their hands and going around from patient to patient. Okay, lack of hygiene and poor sanitation. That's the same thing, basically not washing your hands. And a lack of new antibiotics being developed. That means they're not creating them as quickly as they need to. We're getting so many new bugs that they're not creating enough antibiotics to treat them all. Okay. Why should we be concerned about antibiotic resistance? Anybody? Well, I'll tell you. It's because being resistant to an antibiotic can lead to treatment failure. And treatment failure would be bad. Say you got a bad UTI that you cannot cure. That's bacteria in your body just populating, and you're not getting any better. Treatment failure also can increase the mortality rate. What is the mortality rate? Death. Right. Ain't that something? Bacteria can also spread in the community. I mean, you all know about tuberculosis. It can be somebody in the same room cough, spread that. Now, if all the bacteria, if they have a different strand of bacteria from what you're being treated with, you'll need a different type of antibiotic for yours. And that's just so bad. It threatens a return to an era when there are no antibiotics, when there were no antibiotics. Meaning, when people were dying from scarlet fever and things like that.
Consumption.
Right. That's very dangerous. And then, the doctors can take your children to, the doctor, they give a lot of children antibiotics. I'm gonna get into that more later though. Okay. Here they are. Pneumonia, tuberculosis, and gonorrhea are becoming harder to treat because antibiotics that are used to treat these infections are less effective. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Pneumonia, tuberculosis, and the elderly are really susceptible to these, Leads to longer hospital stays. I currently work in a hospital, and I've seen patients stay anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks for pneumonia. And they're on antibiotics, and it's just not clearing it up. all your medical costs. Antibiotics are very expensive. Very expensive. Before we continue on, I want to show the class some antibiotics. Now these, you'll see these mostly in hospitals. And they will usually go in by IV, well, they will go in by IV. They have all different kinds. I know a lot of you are familiar with this, because this is the one they use. Okay. I mean, they come in all different forms. You've probably seen the pills. And they'll come in a little vial like this. Okay. I'm gonna pass